Hello, AC Universe, and welcome to Canada Crossing. My name is Danny, and today we are back on my island of Fire Cove. This is my ElegantCore island, and before we start today's speed build, I do want to say thank you to everybody that has shown me such love in my last video and subscribed to the channel. The growth has been crazy, it's been very overwhelming, and I just want to say that I appreciate you. I don't really talk a lot of asking you guys to just subscribe and all that stuff, so I appreciate that you do it on your own, and it means the world to me that you feel the need to subscribe so you're notified when my content comes out. So I just want to say thank you. It's very appreciated, and it does mean the world to me. But enough of that gushy stuff, let's move on. I have this really awkward spot on my island that's my own fault I made, and it's kind of long and narrow. It's just right here. So I didn't really know what to do with it. It's kind of in the heart of the island. Like, my shops are all here, and museum and whatnot, and the plaza. So what I thought I would do, and being inspired by a lot of the new items, I thought it would be fun to build like a high-end boutique. We're gonna try to accomplish that today. Maybe a little competition for the Able Sisters. Friendly competition is great. So why don't we get this started? Alright, so we're gonna get started here, and sometimes when I make a build, I know exactly what I'm gonna do, and sometimes I have almost no clue. This one I had pre-planned out quite a bit because, like I was saying in my last video, it's a little overwhelming with all the new items and trying to figure out where you're going to use them and how you're going to incorporate them, or if you want to use some, or what you're going to use of the old stuff. And it's a lot, and I'm not complaining. All the new items are top notch, let's be real. They're amazing, and it's just a matter of getting used to them, I think, because like every build before, we knew exactly what we had. The catalog wasn't that big, let's be honest, so we knew what we had to work with. And now it's like, oh, what about that thing? What about this? And like, when you're making a fake building especially, there was only, you're going to use wooden bookshelves or simple panels or whatnot, right? Like, we all knew how to make a fake building. And now it's like, well, wait a minute, there's maybe some more options to make a fake building. So that's what I wanted to do in this build especially, is kind of give a different way to make a fake building, especially a store. And I think you guys are going to like it. I am really happy with it. It looks like a real store, a real boutique to me anyway, so I'm excited for you guys to see it. So here I am just gonna place some of the pathing around the store, kind of like the lot where the store is put, not necessarily a parking lot, but just a lot. And then I'm gonna go and do the roof first, so I don't have to worry about climbing back up there. So of course, more wood partitions. I'm obsessed. If you've watched my last video, it's probably one of my top 5 new items in the game that I'm obsessed with. The plant partition as well. Basically, I guess I love partitions. And these are short, simple panels, and I haven't heard a lot of people bring these up, but these were new in the 2.0 update as well, so they're half-size simple panels. Available in all the same colors as our current simple panels. So it's basically just half the size, and the pattern doesn't repeat. So, I mean, I'm not using a pattern on those particular ones, but it's kind of cool. I mean, it was something we had asked for, a lot of people had brought up before. And these things, these display cabinets, this is where I was like, okay, this is where my store is gonna be, because it's so cool. And you can customize those signs in the back to anything you want. So I've got these sale signs, so it's perfect for a store. And I thought, these are perfect store windows. So that's how I basically built the walls of my store, was just those display cabinets. And I actually think it looks really cool. Plus, yes, you can put things in them, and yes, they light up. Oh yeah. We're gonna tour it a little later on in the day so you can actually see them lit up. Very cool. Love this item. So now that the building was basically completed, I wanted to build the lot out. And originally I thought I'm gonna leave it kind of blank, but I was like, no, this is Animal Crossing and we've got to fill up some space. So I did fill it up a lot more than I probably would have done if I wasn't, like if I was just building the island on my own and wasn't presenting it for other people. I know that sounds weird, but it's just like, okay, no, I can't just leave things blank because that's just not how things are done around here. Let's be real. So we're gonna fill up the space. And I love it anyway, so I'm glad that I did fill up the space in the end. All these custom codes that I'm using will be in the description below, so if you're looking for any of them, make sure to check there. A lot of them are the ones I've already been using on this island anyway. These are all the same paths that I've been using everywhere. Love these topiaries, and again, we're gonna use more wooden partitions, of course. You knew it was coming, let's be real. I just think they look so good. And I know, and all the customizations, listen, I know I went off on them, but I went off on them on my last video, so I shouldn't go off on them again, but they're so good. So now I'm gonna create kind of the main entrance into the store lot. And I wasn't really sure how I was going to do it, and then I realized these were all off-center, so I had to move them over a bit. But I mean, that's realistic when you're building. You don't really know how things are going. But so I just basically continued the pathing right to the other road and make this more like the main entrance into the store. There's a lot of clothing racks and clothing shelf items, which of course fits perfectly with this store. So of course, originally, like I said, I didn't really want to make it an outdoor store. I mean, it's not, like the building is there. They just have a few things outside. And I think it just kind of helps signify that this is a clothing boutique, right? So it's just a few pieces. I didn't want to go crazy and make it a big outdoor sale area, but there's just enough pieces that you kind of get the impression of what the store is. And it just kind of helps, like I always say, it helps sells the illusion, right? So we're selling the illusion of a clothing boutique and replacing more clothes outside. So I quite like how that all came about. Now I'm going to incorporate yet another different partition. These are the rope partitions. I don't know what's with me in partitions. And these pillars, oh my goodness, I love these pillars as well. So many customizations of the pillars as well. And you can put things on top of them. I'm going to put something on top of them in a bit, but I ultimately take them down because it's just not what I want up there. It's probably also something I'll fool around with and try to find something better to put up there. But it's a great option knowing that you can put things on top of them. It's nice. Anything we can add, anytime we can add height, right, is always something we love doing in Animal Crossing. So. Had these topiaries in my storage since I don't know, the first couple days, because I was buying everything with my Nook miles, and I was like, okay, maybe I can finally use them. So I actually think they look really cool there, so I'm happy with that. I'm just kind of fenced off because there's, you know, a river, so let's fence that off. And this gate, well, they call it a fence, which is kind of a weird name for it, but is, well, I guess it is a fence. And then we're gonna add a truck. I know it's a produce truck. I'll probably change the customization, but you can't see it anyways. It's just to kind of say that that's the shipping lane for the store. Again, like I said in my last video, if there's anything you're curious about the name of that you didn't quite catch when I place it down, just ask me in the comments below and I will answer you so it's easier for you to find or trade with people. Like always, you'll notice I'll go back, stand, look, and adjust. And that's what it's all about, you know. You can tell what looks good when you're looking at it. So, you know, change it up. If something's not quite sitting right, change it up. That's the greatest thing about this game. Stand back, look, something's not quite right, then you can adjust. So here I am putting the Blossom Lanterns up there. I was amazed that I could put something up there, and I was like, later on I was like, no, I don't really like those up there. And then I moved forward a day because I had to order a couple of things, and I just wanted to go a little bit darker so I could see all the lights, and I was like, okay, this looks amazing. And these sturdy shopping bags are great, and then I wanted a little sitting area because, you know, there's always those people who take too long shopping, and then the other people they're shopping with need somewhere to sit and wait for them while they're taking forever. And I may have been one of those people once, so I get it. So I wanted a nice little sitting area. Again, shuffling again. The last thing I do is customize that banner with the sale sign. It was like, that's a perfect touch. All right, so the speed build is done. Let's go have a look at our fancy high-end boutique. So there's couple entrances, but this is the main entrance. Just wanted a nice little sitting area outside, and then I didn't want to put too much stuff outside because that would be kind of unrealistic of a fancy boutique, but there's a little bit of an outdoor shopping area with a cash register for them to check out, and a little sitting area for those who were not into shopping but need to wait. And then the actual building, I do like how it turned out. I do like the ivy over the door. I think that was kind of a cool touch. And those display cases that light up. I mean, I think that's perfect because that's all stores have those windows all around, right? So I'm quite happy with that. And then just little touches with a lot of the green kind of makes it look a little more elegant for our ElegantCore island. And then just, you know, a loading truck in the back. So that's our ElegantCore fancy boutique. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Canada Crossing, and like always, I'll see you in the next one.